I I really view her as a female creature who wants to be president so bad and so fast. She would do anything, go there under any manner or circumstance except go through the legal electoral process that President Duterte went through.
Etong mga utol ito'y parang rebuttal niya sa mga statement o pahayag ni dating Vice President Leni Robredo tungkol sa tinatawag na extrajudicial killing na ewan ko kung etong nakuha kong interview ay eto mismo yung tinutukoy niya, pero dito din sa interview na to, nasabing interview ng isang German news company, sinabi niya talaga dito yung mga bagay-bagay na tungkol o para nga ang dating na nga na sinisiraan na ang presidente, which happens to be President Rodrigo Duterte that time. Okay? So eto yung video na to, panoorin nyo muna.
Mga karunungan, kaalaman, teorya, kasaysayan, hiwaga at mga bagong tuklas. Alamin natin, alamin natin.
Etong kasunod nating matutunghayan mga utol napaka-controversial nito nung mga nakaraang panahon mga utol. Kung paano pinahiya ng CEO ng PAGCOR si dating Vice President Leni Robredo sa harap ng mga investors. Okay mga utol, pero mamaya ay maglalagay din ako ng video kung bakit niya nasabi itong mga bagay na ito. Okay mga utol? So game na para hindi tayo tumagal. Ito pala ay mula sa DA Stories. Subscribe niyo mga utol. Like niyo na rin yung video. So it was during the Asian Gaming Summit when PAGCOR CEO Andrea Domingo hit Vice President Leni Robredo. Okay mga utol? CEO ng PAGCOR, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation. Okay? Game na.
Please do not believe Leni Robredo. She has maligned our country and our people. I really view her as a female creature who wants to be president so bad and so fast. She would do anything, go there under any manner or circumstance. And then I just have to
Teka lang bago tayo magsimula. Tandaan na itong speech na to ay sa harap ng mga investors. International forum ito mga utol. Balikan natin konti. Eto
And
na.
then I just have to say something that is not about gambling. Please bear with me on this. During your stay here or your visit to the Philippines, did you see any dead bodies lying around? Did you see any policemen with guns out chasing after suspects, trying to kill them? Have you read in our newspapers or seen in our television news reports of people being tortured, being arrested without warrants of arrest? Have you seen them being hamleted, women and children separated from men, and the men being taken without any warrants illegally? Have you? If you haven't, then please do not believe Leni Robredo.
Yeah. Ang hirap mag-react, no? Kasi ito I guess mga 3 years o 4 years ago nangyari. So alam nyo naman dati, kung sa mga hindi nakakaalam, dati nagkaroon ng kaso yata, kung hindi ako nagkakamali si Vice President Leni Robredo ng sedition. Ito'y sinampa ng CIDG sa kanya. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Sedition po yung parang pang-aakit na kalabanin ang gobyerno. Yun po yung sedition, mga utol. So, kung wala nga daw, ang kausap ni Miss Andrea na CEO ng PAGCOR, mga international investors. Okay mga utol, kaya kung may nakita daw kayo na ganyan, may nakita kayong ganyan, kung wala kayong nakikita, huwag kayong maniwala kay Miss Leni Robredo. Yun ang malinaw na sinasabi niya. Balikan natin konti
If you haven't, then please do not believe Leni Robredo. She has maligned our country and our people. And I feel very badly about this. The President Rodrigo Duterte, was elected by a great majority of 16 million votes. Recently, the COMELEC chairman came forward and he said it was actually 21 million votes. And we see him, we meet with him, and whenever we see him, he's always so tired. He's fighting the illegal gambling lords, he's fighting the drug lords, he's fighting the monopolists and the oligarchs, he's fighting the terrorists in the south. He's just there with hardly any resources. He's fighting on all fronts. He hit the ground running because he only has 6 years to establish a peaceful, prosperous, comfortable living space for all Filipinos and the friends of the Filipinos who'd like to come here to invest or just to enjoy our country.
Tama.
And to malign him there with collateral damage on our country, on our police force, on our people, that really is unforgivable. I am not going to comment on Leni Robredo's level of competence of intelligence. Intelligent people can make that judgment. I'm not even going to make a comment on what made her vice president of this great country. The decision on the electoral protest filed against her will tell us, I hope, sooner than later. But I am going to comment on the speech. It has two parts. The first part is the demolition job. Over 7,000 people killed in summary execution. Check with the national police. That is so unfair and that is so untrue. Palit ulo, meaning exchange of heads. This is a DEA practice in the United States of America in 1970 when you get an addict and then you tell him you're just a user with minimum amount of whatever, but arrange a meet with us with a dealer and then we'll set you off on a lighter sentence and we get the leader and so forth and so on until you get the drug dealer. And that's what it is. But she said that if a policeman goes to your house to catch boy B and he's not there, he will get boy C, which means that she didn't know what she was talking about. The thing is, I really view her as a female creature who wants to be president so bad and so fast. She would do anything, go there under any manner or circumstance except go through the legal electoral process that President Duterte went through.
Etong mga utol ito'y parang rebuttal niya sa mga statement o pahayag ni dating Vice President Leni Robredo tungkol sa tinatawag na extrajudicial killing na ewan ko kung etong nakuha kong interview ay eto mismo yung tinutukoy niya, pero dito din sa interview na to, nasabing interview ng isang German news company, sinabi niya talaga dito yung mga bagay-bagay na tungkol o parang nga ang dating na nga na sinisiraan na ang presidente, which happens to be President Rodrigo Duterte that time. Okay? So eto yung video na to, panoorin nyo muna para maintindihan nyo kung bakit nasasabi ito ng PAGCOR CEO na si Miss Andrea. Okay? Eto yung video.
I'll go straight into my question first. There have been continued reports of violence and a state of lawlessness in the Philippines. There's news of environmental activists, human rights defenders, and of course the drug-related killings. To what extent has Mr. Duterte's violent rhetoric contributed to this culture of violence?
And I would like to believe that the president's words and actions have had a great impact on, the mindset that dissent from these environmental advocates, human rights advocates, are not welcome. We are very much aware that in many of the president's speeches, there have been threats of violence to many sectors of society who have shown their dissent. For one, if I remember right, the president encouraged attacks on the Catholic Church. And has encouraged the burning of lumad schools. In fact, there was also one time that he told the soldiers and the police to shoot female activists in their genitalia. The men around him, the spokesperson, for example, are always quick to defend that these threats are mere words and the president didn't mean to pursue them. But he's the president. His power and his authority really makes a great impact on the rhetoric that this is the kind of environment that we are encouraging. The culture of impunity around us. It would seem like the president is the one encouraging such a culture. Secondly, he has shown a very big aversion to dissent. There have been many instances that when individuals or organizations have been very vocal of their opposition to some of the president's policies, the reaction is really unexpected. Just for instance, just lately, the countries who have signified their support on the investigation of human rights abuses in the Philippines are being blocked to provide us with loans and with grants. And the message is that number one, that dissent is not welcome. That number two, there is no, the accountability of officials are not important.
O ayan mga utol, legit naman. 'Di ba? Napaka malinaw pa sa dalisay na tubig na dumadaloy sa ilog ang kanyang mga pahayag hinggil kay President Rodrigo Duterte. And imagine, international news ito. International yung interview na ito at ganun ang kanyang mga sinasabi sa Pangulo ng ating bansa. Anong masasabi nyo dito? Pa-comment na lang mga utol at nang magdiretso na tayo. Comment nyo yan.
Please, I'm sorry that I have to tell you this. She maligned my country. She maligned my Filipino people. She maligned my policemen. She maligned my president in an international forum, the United Nations Commission on Narcotics. I am just an ordinary government worker, and I only have this international forum to share my sentiments with. So please, thank you for bearing with me on this.
Yan, wala na siyang Well, anyway, hindi naman siya sinisiraan. Sinasagot lamang ni Miss Andrea yung kanyang mga pahayag. Okay? Rebuttal, mga utol. So, ito yung mga international investor na posibleng mag-invest sa bansa natin, na makakatulong sa bansa natin. Yung sinasabi ni Miss Leni Robredo, palagay nyo ba makakatulong yun? Oh. Siyempre matatakot yung mga investors at mga turista na pumunta. Napakagulo pala ng bansa na yan. Marami palang tinutumba dyan. Kumbaga ganon. Diba? Ganon yung mangyayari . Napakawalang yan naman yung presidente na yan. Ganon yung magiging komento mo kung hindi ka taga rito. So, anyway mga utol, kailangan ko pa rin ang inyong opinion. So, paki-comment na lang mga utol. Hanggang doon lang muna. Muli ako si Target Achilles in behalf of the Real South Pride Production. Maraming salamat sa DAE Stories sa pag-aatid dito. And ako po ay nagpapasalamat sa inyong lahat. Kayo mag-iingat. Keep safe. God bless mga utol. At saludo po ako sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po.